Let's bring Mushroomhead in. Two guys from Mushroomhead, and I believe Mushroomhead is going to perform as well. We'll talk to them, find out what these guys... Yo, what's going on, my man? How are you? Good seeing you again. Waylon and Jason. Do you prefer going by Jason or J-Man? What do you prefer?
J-Man's great.
J-Man, all right. Good morning, guys. How are you?
I'm waking up. I'm still in my PJs.
Yeah, you know, that's an interesting Batman pajamas that you have on there. That's a good look. You've been in the studio with us before, quite some time ago. J-Man, I don't think you've ever been here with us.
No, this is my first time. Thanks for having me.
So Rob, my producer, was starting to explain to me the whole thing with you guys and Mushroomhead and various singers. But first, before we get into all of that, you have a new album that is out or is coming out?
Came out
today.
Comes out today.
Today.
Oh, that makes sense of what you guys are doing here. What's it called?
The Righteous and the Butterfly.
Now, are both of you singing on this album, or only one of you, or explain this?
Both of us are singing, along with Jeffrey Nothing. There's 3 singers on the album.
Now.
All right. So, I'm trying to get my Mushroomhead history correct here. So, Rob tells me, Jay, are you the original frontman for the band?
Yes.
J-Man? Okay, so you're the original guy. Waylon, when you came in, that's when I think the last time you were here, you had replaced J-Man, and we were talking about that and replacing him. And, of course, certain Mushroomhead fans in online forums and stuff, some people hate you, some people love you. You know how it goes.
Exactly. My life was hell.
Why did you leave the band, J-Man?
Actually, it was for family reasons. My father got really sick. We weren't really that close at the time, and you've got one chance to make that right before you have to live with it
What
forever.
happened? What happened?
Cancer.
He had cancer.
Yeah.
Did he pass away? Or
Yes.
he still?
Yes.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
So when he got sick, did you then put aside any differences that you had? Did you have differences, or did you just not know him?
It was
well?
more distance than differences. Just he wasn't really around, and I just wanted to get to know him while I still had a chance.
What happened with? So did your mother raise you?
Yes.
Okay. Same with me. My mother. I was raised by a single mother. I didn't know my father at all. So you didn't know your dad at all growing up, or just a little bit?
I knew him a little bit. I think he started having visitation rights right around the time I was like 11. But, you know, up until then, it was
That's
pretty much...
too little too late, probably, because then that's very awkward, right? You're 11 years old. This dude starts coming around, and he's like looking at you. Hey, you want to play toss a baseball? You're like, I don't know you. Not really. What happened? They just split up. Your mom and him just split up, and that's
they were really young, you know, when they had me. So
yeah, my mom was 17 when she had me, so sort of the same thing.
Yeah.
So did he then call you and say I'm sick, or how did you?
No,
find out
actually,
about
my
this?
stepmother did, you know, and it kind of I hadn't spoke to him in years and years and years, and he didn't want her to tell me, but she thought I had a right to know, which I appreciate, and it worked out, you know. We
what does she do? She calls you. I mean, you don't have much of a relationship with your stepmother, I'm sure, either.
Right.
So she calls you out of the blue. She gets your phone number. She calls you, and she says what?
She says, your father has cancer. He's had it for a while, and maybe, you know, now's the time to talk to him because it's getting bad.
What kind of cancer did he have?
Lung, throat.
Yeah. Smoker? Is that? Yeah.
Well, yeah. He also, you know, Vietnam vet, Agent Orange, the whole bit.
Yeah.
You know.
So when you get now, did he live here, or where did they live?
They lived in Solon.
Okay, all right. So in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you then do? Do you call and talk to him? Do you go over there? What do you do?
Yeah, I just started calling and then going over there and then talking, spending holidays with him again, you know, and things like that. Just trying to solve every question you might have about him in a short amount of time, just so you don't have to carry that weight with you the rest of your life, you know. So I guess it was somewhat selfish reasons because I didn't want to carry that baggage.
Was it difficult to do that?
At first it was a little awkward, but you know, at the end of the day, it is you are blood, you know. So there are certain things that you can relate to within each other.
Did you learn anything that maybe you misunderstood about your father, or did you learn anything you didn't expect about him?
I think if I learned anything, it was not to take the people around you for granted. You know, unfortunately, we've lost a couple band members, family members, and it just makes you realize how precious life is. And
keep who you love close.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And I think that's got a lot to do with me coming back to the band too. We've always been a band of brothers. We've always stayed close, and life is too short. We're maturing. It's taken longer than it probably should have. But we're all maturing, and so yeah, we just really enjoy each other's company. It's important to keep the people you relate to close to you.
Did he provide any explanation for not being around, or did you come to an understanding of why he wasn't around for so much of your life?
When you reach that stage, and you're kind of watching your life flash before you, I guess, he definitely expressed regrets, but, you really can't go back and change it.
Right.
I guess, if anything, it was nice to know that he regretted some of the mistakes he made and actually manned up to them.
Are you a father yourself? Do you have any kids?
No, I'm single. And no babies.
No, you're Uncle Man.
Yeah.
You got Cheerio.
Yeah.
Did J-Man and Waylon from Mushroomhead are here with us? Did J-Man, when he finally passed away, what went through your mind? Did you feel at peace, like you had gotten to know him enough?
Yeah, I mean, he was suffering, so there was a sense of relief, knowing that he wasn't going to suffer more. But I also felt good inside, because as hard as it was to step down from the band, I knew it was the right thing to do as far as just being a man.
Right. All right. Now, Waylon, you came in what year did you start singing?
I started in 2004.
Oh, wow, okay. It was that long ago.
Yes.
Holy moly.
Well, I've already lost my hair. It's gray.
What was the reaction when you came in and you replaced him as the lead singer of Mushroomhead?
It's been like thrown into shark-infested waters. I ain't even gonna lie about it. It was hard.
People hated you at first.
Yes. Well, some people grasped on to the fact that me and Jay had talked before I had joined the group, and he agreed with me. It's like, walk my own path. Don't try to do what I've done. Do your own thing. And it was actually the best idea, trying to take Jay's place and the legacy he had left already, in Cleveland and the scene. Is like, don't even try, And I was pretty ignorant to it too, because I was from Carolina and didn't really know the whole Mushroomhead history and stuff. So
right.
But it was a fight. But I was just so determined to make it in the business and in the band. It's like nothing was going to stop me.
Do you think that over time people began to respect you and your contributions?
I hope so.
Yeah. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't still be here 10 years later. One would assume.
I hope. They did. Some people still harbored a little bit of a grudge, but now that Jay's back, that's all ended. I haven't seen hate in the last year completely.
So you guys talked. So he decided to leave the band because his father was dying.
Mm-hmm.
You say, all right, I have some big shoes to fill. You guys talk. He says, don't, do your own thing, basically. There was no animosity between the two.
We're not Hagar.
Oh, absolutely not.
I heard Rob says that he read in all these forums that you two hated each other.
No,
this is what he read.
On the internet's true.
That's the thing. Me and Jay actually would go out on stage, like he would still come out with us, and we'd flat out tell people, this is not WWE. Well, I'm not going to hit him with a chair, and it's like, he doesn't hate me, I don't hate him, and it's just it's more fan stuff. They're just trying to get a rise and trying to get some kind of reaction. You know how this is. They want their 5 minutes. They're like, oh, I started that. I said that.
All right. So at some point, Waylon, you get sick. And he comes in and fills in on a show for you?
Yes, that was Al Rosa Villa.
Columbus, yeah.
2000.
Columbus and Cleveland.
Was it 2011 or 12?
Mm-hmm.
Was that 11 or 12?
I think it was 11.
And I got really bad sick. I got tonsillitis and strep throat all at the same time. Couldn't even swallow. Had a temperature 104, seeing stuff. Just Jen had to come get me in Columbus, just take me home. I remember just being the worst night ever.
So J-Man comes in and he replaces you for a couple of nights. Is that what led J-Man to you rejoining the band? Those sort of performances with the band?
Well, I always kind of performed with the band regionally. Always did the Halloween shows and things like that. Getting back to what we were talking about earlier, unfortunately, our original guitar player passed away, and I think that was really the catalyst for coming back. That really brought everyone closer together. It made us, realize what a large part we played in each other's lives. And I think that this album is kind of a culmination of that and a tribute to him And that's really what got us started to working together.
His name was what?
His name was John Sekula, but he went by the name J.J. Righteous.
J.J. Righteous.
Him, the Righteous.
Band. And that's
Butterfly.
why the album is called The Righteous and the Butterfly. The Righteous being J.J. and the Butterfly being Vanessa Soloio, who was the band's photographer as well as our drummer Skinny's the mother of his children. So she was like a sister to the band. And losing those two within like a couple-year period, it made us realize just how fragile life is. And I think that's what we set out to do with this album is kind of, pay respect and tribute to the two of them, as well as the creativity we share together.
So J.J. Righteous dies in 2010, is that correct?
Yes.
He's the original guitar player for the band. What happened? Because there are conflicting reports. At least Rob gave me. One said a drug overdose. One said a car accident. Those seem to be, unless they happened at the same time, I suppose. That's anything's possible. But what happened?
Definitely.
It wasn't a car accident. As far as I know, it just kind of happened in his sleep. He didn't live the healthiest lifestyle and kind of grew a bit distant from the band. So we weren't, that familiar with, the last couple years, what he was up to. So I really couldn't tell you the absolute detail.
He was kicked out of the band in 2001?
2001, that sounds about right.
And that was for drug use, is my understanding.
Yes.
All right. So he had a problem. He was just got to the point. I mean, a lot of guys in bands probably do drugs.
Mm-hmm.
We're not stupid. But there comes a point, I suppose, where it goes beyond. Up. Well, yeah, but if there's some casual drug use, okay, as long as you can go out there and perform. But when it becomes an issue,
the best way, it's a party, not a lifestyle.
Yeah.
The party ends. A lifestyle that's not a lifestyle you want to live and do every single day.
Did he rejoin the band after 2001, or
I never got to work with JJ?
Okay, so Rob's info, because Rob told me he rejoined the band. We'll just chalk that up to another Rob. Rob's inaccuracies that he so frequently does. All right, because Rob tells me that the Mushroomhead sort of has guys coming in and out of the band all the time, is what Rob says, or that there's been a lot of lineup changes.
Well, the band's been a band for 21 years, so you're going to have a couple changes over the course of time like that. It's hard in this business, and it requires a lot to keep a band together that long.
When you have to kick someone out of the band, what happens? I mean, what is the Waylon? Have you had to kick anyone out of the band?
No, I am low man on the totem pole, and I want to stay that way. I don't want to fire nobody. It's like that's the hardest thing in the world.
So, J-Man, you had to kick people out of the band.
No, I've actually not had to kick anyone.
You never kicked anyone out of the band?
We're both pleading the fifth.
I don't buy this now. When you have to kick someone out of the band, how does this happen? Do the rest of the guys in the band say, hey, so-and-so is, whatever the issue is, whether it's drugs or maybe they're just a dick or whatever is happening, who knows? What happens? Everyone else gets together and says, okay, there's a consensus on this. Now we go tell the guy, or do you say, hey, we're going to give you another chance, and they blow it, or what's happened?
Usually a lot of chances are given. I mean, nobody wants to change the lineup of a band, but it's like a sports team. At the end of the day, we're a team, and we've got to function like a team. And if you've got a weak link that's going to hold you back from winning, then you're going to have to make a trade.
Yeah, give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be a tough thing, obviously, anytime you have to do
a band's a brotherhood. Yeah. It's hard to... but sometimes there's wedges in that, and like you have a cancer in the band, it's like it has to go, or the band's not going to live, and that's happened before, and you have to take care of that. Honestly, right now, the group is as strong as it's been. Like this is the best I've ever been in this band.
There's no competition between the two of you as singers for Mushroomhead.
Lord, no, I love having him here. I get to take breaks. I go sit and have some coffee on the side of the stage.
What
you
about
can do this?
What about
the key to it is just knowing everybody's strengths and playing to our strengths. It's like it never even becomes an argument as to like who should do this part. It's that obvious. It's like you would sound great on this, or maybe you should do this, or hey, I wrote this for you. It's whatever serves the song. That's what we're here to do.
That's what I was going to say, because on new material, there's no sort of back and forth over who gets to do what or any of it.
It was what was right for the song.
Can you guys just make something up so the interview even goes better? Like, we hate each other, we're going to fight. I mean, just make something up.
J-Man, come to tonight, the Gore Theater. Brother, there you go.
The album is out today. It's called The Righteous and the Butterfly. How is this album any different from ones in the past? You say that you're paying tribute to people that have passed,
Yes.
things like that.
Honestly,
is that reflected in it?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
there's a lot of old school elements that predate anything I've done in this album, but also at the same time, this album's like the heaviest thing I've done in Mushroomhead ever.
Is it really? I would think that the older that you get, that the less heavy you would get.
I think the older I get, the more angry I get.
Really?
Yeah, like this album for me, I was very aggressive. Like I'd really kind of stepped out of the normal what I would normally do on a Mushroomhead album, and I was mad. And it really came through. And then Jay came in, and a lot of the old school elements started coming back, and it just was. I can't really explain. This album is the best Mushroomhead record I've done to date.
You say that you were angry when you were recording the album. Were you angry in real life?
Yes.
About what?
Well, coming to terms with myself, and Jay went through. My father passed away, and it was just, I was dealing with a lot, problems at home, having kids, and just life was just catching up to me, and it was just like get your.
So you say your father passed away.
Yes.
This had an impact on you, as it would with anyone. I
Yeah,
suppose.
it had a real big impact on me because of my music career. Me and my father didn't have a relationship, and he really did.
When did he pass away?
He passed away in 2010.
Okay, and J-Man, your father passed away when?
2006.
Okay. Did you? J-Man had some peace with his father.
I got the same peace.
You did?
Yes.
You did.
Me and my father didn't talk till about a month before he passed. We stopped talking. And I've always been distant with my family in North Carolina. I just, it's just one of them situations, I just do not get along with.
Why?
Because I'm the black sheep. I don't follow their rules. I don't live the life that they want me to live.
Are they like Southern Baptist or something?
Yeah. They when I joined Mushroomhead, they all prayed for me.
Oh.
At Thanksgiving dinner in front of me. And I was just like, man, give me a piece of that turkey. I'm out of here.
Did they have like serpents and stuff like those crazy?
I've seen it. Where I'm from, that's actually normal.
So you didn't really fit in with the family.
No.
You didn't see eye to eye with them. But
Still don't.
Were you able then, when your father was he ill or whatever?
He had cancer as well.
Oh my God.
I lost my mother and my father both to cancer. So
does that, when you lose both of your parents, does it just? Do you feel, even though you weren't close with them, do you just? What goes through your head?
it's just, it's like what could have changed when you were young. It's like my mom I lost at 13, so I really didn't get to know her.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you're 13 years old, you don't know your parents. You're still kind of a kid and a baby, and you don't know what their life was other than yelling at you do your homework.
Yeah.
With Daddy, he was a hardworking man, and he worked in a wood yard, and he wanted me to do the exact same thing he had done with his life. You go to work, make money, come home, take care of the family. And me, I was like, no, man, I want to go in the garage, I'm going to play this guitar and hang out and look at chicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was and he just didn't dig that. And on his deathbed, he apologized.
Oh, he did?
He did. And that meant the world to me. And I could care less what the rest of the family thinks. I'm sorry from him, and he told me he loved me. And he said, if I knew that you were going to get this far, I'd have supported you the entire time. He goes,
what a thing! What a great thing to say to your son. And
it helped.
Yeah.
It killed me. That we couldn't have done it before
Right.
that. And but that dealt with the anger that we couldn't. And that fed the anger inside me. And it really came out on this album because it's like I wanted to have that relationship with my father.
You say that you had anger over your own home life too. Are you married or?
Yes.
Okay. Kids?
And yes. Well, I was being a dummy in my marriage and about lost it all. And
what'd you do? You're out there banging chicks or whatever? No, we can only speculate, but that would seem to be the most obvious thing. One could speculate.
No, it's just sometimes marriages you got your ups and your downs, and that's just how that is. And I love my family. I love my son. I love being there and being a father. But I was just, I was too wrapped up in being a rock star, and I was too wrapped up in the BS that this industry brings. And you just got to, and that's when I realized, like I said, you got to grow up, and more angry at myself for letting myself be wrapped up in all the, because like everybody says, rock star, that's all fake. We ain't solved world hunger. We haven't done anything that's, that special other than write a song, So, don't bite into it. Don't let everybody put you on a pedestal that's so high.
What happened then that you came to realize this?
I about lost it all.
Yeah. Your wife says,
I'm done.
I'm going to leave you.
Yeah, pretty much.
And what do you do? How do you resolve the situation? You beg, grovel, you get on your hands and
go
knees?
out and build decks. Be like, I'll dig a ditch. I'll do whatever for the family. I love you. It's like, put her up number one. Make her number one instead of myself.
Yeah.
And that's that. The key to any marriage first is say yes, ma'am, whether you mean it or not. The second is do anything you can to make that marriage work.
Yeah. And how old is you have a son, one son?
I have 3 kids.
3 kids. Yes. How old are they?
Well, little Waylon's 13. My daughter Pandora, she's 11, and my youngest Phoenix is 6.
That's a lot of pressure on a guy to have kids, especially in what you do. And part of you has to go, man, here I am. I'm in a band. I go on tour. There's chicks throwing themselves at me. I could be banging bitches all night long. I got this wife back there. She's nagging at me. I got these kids. I have responsibilities. It's like having dual personalities.
It is. It's having split personalities. And I found the real key to all of it, pick up a video game.
Yeah.
Just pick up a video game. I'm serious. Like, find yourself something else to do, You can go. Anybody can go down that path. That's the easy way,
I've found I've had a girlfriend for I don't know, about 10 months now. I've never been married. I don't really want to get married or anything. But look, we're on the radio. A lot of people come up to me every time we go. We get recognized all over the place. Girls will come. It's a weird thing. What you guys have, what I have, is out of the ordinary for men.
It's very out of the ordinary.
Most of the time, you have to go and really seek out women and work game, and you're trying to get into their pants. It's flipped around. I'm not the best looking guy, and chicks come up to me. They're trying to get into my pants. It's just a natural human reaction is, I have to do this because this could never happen again. Some hot chick is hitting on me right now. Okay, it doesn't matter whether I have a girlfriend or not. What I've done over the past 10 months, and it's worked so far, I haven't had any issues, is I've avoided putting myself in situations that I know would get myself into trouble.
Oh, yeah, that's the big...
Like going out to bars, without her or whatever. You go out with some buddies. I know what's going to happen. Some chick's going to, I love you. I love the show. Let me buy you a shot. You start doing a shot. She's having a shot. Before you know it, she's rubbing your package. And you're banging her. You're in the bathroom stall.
You know it all too well.
Yep. I think that almost 100% of cheating is caused by being drunk. If you were sober, you wouldn't do it.
That's right.
I think.
You're right.
So I've tried to take myself out of those situations, and so far, so good.
That's the key. Take yourself out of the situation. Do something else,
Yeah. But it's harder for you guys because if you go on tour, how are you going to take yourself out of this situation? Now you're backstage.
Jay will back me. I got the toy bunk.
Yeah.
You go up there's video games all over. Legos fell out on him one time. Like, I had boxes of Legos. I just don't put myself in the situation. It's like, I know what I got home, and I know I got something good at home.
Yeah.
I got a woman with a 4-year education, smarter than me, outsmart me. I'm never going to outsmart her. So just do the right thing. Don't be dumb.
And J-Man's single. You can just throw
I can
all the
vicariously
bitches his
live
way.
through him.
That's right. Yeah, just send him down that way. You say that the band's photographer died as well.
Yes.
I'm actually nervous just being in the same room as you guys. I could drop dead any moment. There's a lot of death around this band. And she was
Skinny's ex-wife.
Ex-wife, okay.
And she was the mother to his children. Vanessa was a very, very, important part of the band. Do the photography. She do 13.
Yeah, but she also traveled with the band. She took the very first photos up until the Universal photos. So for 12 years, she was everywhere we went. Like I said, she was like a sister. She was like a band member.
What happened to her? How did she pass away?
Just mistakes happen in life, I mean, the older we get, sometimes it seems like we lose sight of, the good things. And I think she just made a poor decision.
Yeah. And that had a big effect on you guys.
Absolutely.
Yes, it did. That was when we really looked at each other as like, I love you, and I want to keep everybody closer. like when that happened, is like you just kind of seen everybody's arms reach for each other and pull ourselves.
Now, how
in.
did he react? I mean, this is his ex-wife, but obviously it sounds, I mean, I could be wrong, it sounds like they still got along and they were okay with each other, or what?
When you have kids involved, I mean, you have to have that certain relationship, and sometimes, it hurt him. It hurt him bad, and I think honestly, it made him a better person. I hate that happened to him, but I mean, he reached out to his brothers and all of us, and just like my family, and I mean, we come to pick each other up. It was like I'm part of this band. Like I said, I don't have a relationship with my family, but I have this band, and this band is my family.
What are you guys waving at me back there?
Skinny's here. If you want to talk to him, I could bring him in. It's up to you.
Sure, bring him in real quick. Yeah, you guys are going to play, right?
Yes.
So I'll take a break in a minute, and then you guys can play. But bring him in real quick. Throw him right in there on the couch of tears. That's what we call it.
The couch of tears.
The couch of tears. You guys haven't started crying yet, but almost you have.
Skinny's down on the bus. Never mind.
Oh,
nice, Rob. Right. You're welcome.
Another inaccuracy by Rob. Yes.
0 for 6.
Yes. All right. So you guys, let me take a break. You guys get all set up, and what are you guys going to perform?
The new album, like I said, is really heavy, so it's really going to be hard to do anything acoustic off of that. So we're going to do an old fan favorite, do Save Us.
Okay. Let me take a quick break. We'll get everything set up. We'll be right back with Mushroomhead. You guys are heavy. I mean, you guys are heavier than most rock bands. But is it disheartening that there's such a lack of outlets for actual rock music? Here I am on WMMS, which has been a rock station longer than I've been alive, and there's 9 hours of talk. And there's no rock music being played on this station. It's bands from, you're hearing crap from 30 years ago, hair bands or whatever. But I mean, there really is a lack of outlet for actual rock music.
I'll agree with that. I think that we're kind of pushed aside because we're a little bit edgy. We'll say stuff, we'll do stuff that's unexpected.
There's still plenty of stages. That's where it belongs, anyways.
Thank you, Jay.
I mean, rock music is about an outlet, and it's best enjoyed with a group of people and seen live. So
yes,
we have our outlet. Unfortunately, you're a DJ though and have to play stuff like that.
I don't have to. That's right. I'm mandated. Oh, so you saw the mandate on the studio must play the top 5.
No, they have a buzzer on your chair.
That's right. J-Man and Waylon are here from Mushroomhead, and the guitar player just came in. I'm sorry. I missed your name. What's your name? Church. Church is here, and they are going to perform. Now, before I let you guys perform, someone tells me that you actually cover an Adele song on this new record. Is that accurate?
It's very
true.
accurate.
All right. What Adele song do you
Rumor
guys?
has it.
All right. I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. Is that one a big hit?
That's her famous one, isn't it?
No, I don't. I thought her big one is.
One
big ones are.
Yeah, that's a big one, dude.
Yeah, it's
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big. Here, I have the.
Play it for me. Let me hear it, Charlie.
Well, this is hers.
This is. Well, I know. This is her.
Yeah, you've heard this.
Oh, she can sing so good.
I don't know if I've ever heard this song.
The hook.
All right, here goes. I don't think I've ever heard this song. I know her one that was a huge hit, whatever that one was. This is not it.
This is not it.
What do you mean? This is
Is this it? No.
Rolling in the Deep.
Yes, that's her huge. Charlie's always the worst at picking. I'll go, what's their biggest hit? He always picks
Set
one
Fire to
that
the
you
Rain,
literally
biggest song
have
that
never heard of before.
You've never heard Set Fire to Rain. Look up. That thing was number one.
Which is bigger? This
you
or
cannot
the one?
argue with me.
This?
This is big, but you can't.
That's right.
You can't say Set Fire to Rain was not a big hit.
Not as big as this.
Bigger on Spotify.
When I say her biggest hit.
Bigger on Spotify. That's all I'm
it's-
saying.
Right now it's bigger, but not because...
Set Fire to Rain, one of the biggest songs she has. I'd say the second biggest song she has.
This was
More plays? What does that number on the right mean?
I'm saying at the top. You're looking at the top, Tom. What's a bigger hit right now?
Well, it
Set
says
Fire to
number
Rain.
one. That's popular.
Set Fire
but,
to Rain.
But numbers on the right, is that total plays or?
And Someone Like You, if you really want to get into it. This is a huge song.
All right, enough of this crap.
Okay.
All right.
Argue with me about it, then you're proven wrong.
Mushroomhead's new album out today called The Righteous and the Butterfly, and you say it's very hard. It's a heavy album.
Yes, Period.
So it's difficult to do something acoustic.
We tried, but it just doesn't come off.
All right. Let's. What are you going to play for us today?
We're going to do "Save Us" because that is actually the one song we can do that does come over acoustic. We can do an acoustic version of it. So
All right. Here's Mushroomhead live on Rover's Morning Glory.
Hold on, you give me a warning. Hold on. It's too early. Okay, hold on. Let me get some water and we'll do this. I'm out of water.
All right, take two. Give him some water. Get him some water quickly here.
Oh, we can.
We want this guy to sound fantastic, pristine.
Thank you, brother.
Tom just came in with a 5-gallon jug of water.
That's the most awesome thing I've ever seen. Can you be part of the crew?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, Bill.
All right, take two. 3, 2, 1. It's Mushroomhead live on Rover's Morning Glory.
I look through the eyes of humanity. I looked at myself, so many things I hate in me. So many things are so hard to believe. I can hear the whole world calling. I can hear the whole world calling me. All alone I hear the angels scream my name, my name. Now find my lyrics. Keep going, baby. Right now, I'm all alone. I feel my time has come. I embrace the ending. I cannot take this pain. I cannot take this shame. Save us from ourselves. All alone I hear the whole world calling. Save us from ourselves. Save us from ourselves. All alone I hear the angels scream my name, my name.
Yeah.
Nice. Woo. Told you it's too early.
J-Man, and when he forgot the lyrics, did you say to yourself, this guy should have never replaced me? Hey, listen.
It's actually, I was like, Tommy was over here, and I really wasn't hearing it through, and I was like, I lost my spot. And it's like, are you kidding me?
You ever do that on stage in front of a bunch of people?
Never.
Never. Don't
Always.
lie.
It's going to happen tonight now, right?
That's what happened tonight.
Hey, listen, thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you.
Good luck with this record that you have coming out. I hope that there's no more tragedy in the world of Mushroomhead anytime soon. Church, I'd be nervous. I hope your family has a life insurance policy on you. But seriously, guys, thank you guys for coming in. Good luck to you.
Thank
Maybe
you.
we'll have you again at Rover Fest sometime. You guys did Rover Fest a few years ago. And maybe we'll do that again sometime in the future. So the record is out today. It's called The Righteous and the Butterfly. You can visit their website at mushroomhead.com. Am I done? Am I done with the entire show? Oh,
Quickly,
all right.
Rover.
Perfect.
I'm going
Yes.
to be at the Horseshoe Casino today from 3 to 5. If you guys want to come hang out with me.
What are you doing down there?
They're celebrating the opening of the new Tag Bars. Their announcement of the Tag Bars. Their electronic gaming and sports bar. It's going to be huge. Second floor. Come hang out today, 3 to 5, Horseshoe Casino.
3 to 5. All right. Charlie, do you have any Mushroomhead that can play us out?
Yeah, I am going to play Crazy because that's the clean version. That's the only clean song I have. I don't know.
These
anything
dirty,
from new
rotten,
album.
filthy bands these days.
Rob and I listened to one of their new songs, and it wouldn't have sounded good if we would have edited it. I will just say that. It just been beep, 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 beep.
All right, here's some Mushroomhead to play us out. Have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow on Rover's Morning Glory. Bye.
Do you not have me turned up there?
There we go. Hey, if Mushroomhead can screw up, I can screw up too. Yeah.